Hello, welcome back to our show. You
just made the blooper reel.
Take two. Hello, I'm Reginald Bullock, and I hope you enjoy the episodes that you might have been watching prior to. And if you haven't, tune in to watch Living Life with me, Reggie B, and
Trey Wilder here. Hope y'all are having a good one. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Reggie, this is a good day. It's a good episode. I feel very positive about this.
You feel positive about this?
I feel very positive about this. I ain't gonna hold you. And look, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm wrong, I apologize. Please forgive me. I think that's a nice little touch off of that. So give me a little.
Well, you know, in the old school, they would say, charge it to the head and not charge it. They say, you know, if I ever missed anybody, if I didn't say your name, well, you know how you go name and you charge it to the head. You know, if I missed you, charge it to the head and not the heart.
You can forget.
So we say some stuff. Forgive us. Please forgive us. Charge it to the head and not the heart. Speaking of forgive.
But no, you gotta you gotta make sure you're, I guess, you're planning out your days properly. Because going back, I guess, kind of tying back all the episodes that we've done, right? You got intelligence, hustler, you got building a foundation and expanding upon it.
Say it again.
Intelligence, hustler. Well, I'm sorry, hustler, intelligence, building a foundation and expanding upon the foundation.
And forgiveness.
And forgiveness now. And I think all of those wrap in nicely because they still fall into planning. You got to think ahead, but you also got to pay attention to what happened in the past. Lessons learned, because you're not going to get where you want to go if you don't follow what happened in the past. But that's also not just yourself too, though. That's other people's lives. So like in stories that you've told me about, I try to get lessons learned. In stories where an 18-year-old is telling me about some things, I'm trying to have lessons learned. So I don't want to have too many forgiving moments, whether it's myself or that I'm apologizing to somebody else.
That's profound. I don't know if you realize how profound that was. You just said it. I don't want to have too many forgiving moments. That's powerful. Because some people don't care.
But I think
you actually said that consciously, which means how do you decrease having too many forgiving moments? How do you put the action in?
I guess that's
so that you don't have too many forgiving moments.
Just do. Like you got to try, and then end of the day, know you're gonna fail, but you're gonna have to keep going. So I guess for me, it's always just to keep going piece. Like I keep telling myself, Stephen A is 50 something, and he started his job when he was around 20, 30 something. So I keep having to tell myself it's 20 years down the road that I really have to care about. I have to care about now. But like I'm focusing on 20 years down the road.
That's mature.
Because again, that's somebody who I want to be. I want to be in his role, but I also want to still.
But when you focus on that, right? Do you have a list of all the steps that you need to take, or you just focus?
So I'm just focused. I haven't written any steps down and say, okay, he did this. Okay, I need to do this, because I also know that that's his journey.
My journey. That's
the reason why.
So you can focus, right? Mm-hmm. But then there are actions.
I could do a little bit better in terms of writing stuff down. I have goals.
Writing it down is strategy and planning. Mm-hmm. But then there's the execution.
The execution piece I ain't gonna hold. Sometimes I slip up on.
Right.
But that's also because I have so much plans, and it's like I don't do a good enough job with creating a team to then delegate. So that's that next step for me personally, is to get that team. Because if I had a team with all the resources, I swear for you, First Take would not be messing with me on everything. But hi everybody, how y'all doing? Hope y'all have a movement. But yeah, they wouldn't be messing with me at all, bro. But again, it's just like that planning piece. That's what, like that delegation, that getting the necessary team.
1,440 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
maximizing.
Exactly. So because like right now, I can come up with skits. I can come up with topics that I can talk about with people about sports. I can talk about people with their jobs and interview them. But who gonna edit that? And then who gonna pay for all that? Like, because either I do it, and that's more time, or I pay for it, but then I got to do something else, like to make up that. So it's just like, where do I? And then if someone else does the edits on the video, I don't like it. I know I can do it. So like, what am I pissing me off for? Like,
so I think about the thousands of hours that I've edited.
Oh my God!
I mean, I've been DJing since I was 12, and we did it on cassette tapes.
Yeah.
So every mistake you had to start all over and do straight 80 minutes or 70 minutes or 190 minutes nonstop straight through flawlessly. And then the video stuff came out, right? Because there were videos back then.
Yeah.
And now, like when I'm on the different programs doing the video edits, what starts off as 1 hour could be 4 days later, just getting halfway through it.
Easy.
And then you sit back and listen to it and like,
yeah.
you know.
And that's not even talking about the rendering possibility that might mess up. Like,
yes, yeah. So I get it. But to your point, if you hand it off to somebody else and they don't bring it back at the standard, which we talked about early at the beginning, if the standard is not there, then they're not ready. To be the succession. The successor. We talked about.
Exactly. Man, we always try to make sure all the conversations, ladies and gentlemen, come back full circle. Whether it's for this episode, whether it's in the past, like everything builds upon one another, like we said in the last one. So I hope you guys have been listening.
That's just living, right?
That is true. So I hope y'all have been listening because we've been dropping some nuggets. You know what I'm saying? But I think that about closes off the show. We apologize for having to end it, though. You know, see what we did there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, Carol Burnett, you know who she is?
I don't, actually.
Of course not, man. She old enough to be your great-great-grandmother.
That might be.
She was a comedian, and at the end of her show, she would say something to the tune of, "I'm so glad we had this time together, just to laugh and sing a song or two. And before you know it, comes the time you have to say so long." Anyway, they made a whole thing that every time they closed the show, that there was that jingle, and the cast would come together and sing that.
That's funny.
So we got to figure out what we're going to use to close the show.
Might try to do that. Might try to come up with a little jingle.
What do you say for your Get a Bucket show?
Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. This is Reggie. We're the host of Just Living Life. So hope you all had a good one, and take care.